bitches.
Tonight it's time for our Umar Weekly Update, guys. Umar Johnson, Dr. Umar Johnson. All right, so he's had a few things going down. First of all, he was live on IG in Philadelphia. Now this is where his hometown is. So you would expect this place to be lying outside around the corner, people banging down the door before it even happens. From the video I saw, it was empty. He looked like he was in the corner of somebody's like little boutique. Like, you know how you go, they have like, sometimes they have like the African boutiques where it's not very big. It's like a little small storefront, but they got like, you know, they're like you can get your shea butters and you can get your incense and your black soaps and like, you know what I mean? Like African pride stuff, you know what I mean? Your Afro things. It looked like one of those, had a little table in the back and he's sitting in there in the back. It's like 4 people in there. Nobody's paying him any mind. He's all loud on the IG live. And now one person in there paying him no mind. They in there buying earrings and little trinkets and necklaces and buying ankhs. They ain't paying this dude no mind. But this the most requested scholar in his hometown. And that's what it looks like. First of all, Umar, why don't you ever be in a real venue? I've seen authors do book signings. They're usually in a convention center or a bookstore, you know, because they usually are reputable enough to have those relationships. How are you the most requested and you're always begging somebody to let you in their barber shop or they little corner store or they little heated tent outside in front of they little food restaurant? Like, I don't understand it. Can somebody, please, one of you Martians, I know y'all ain't gonna answer none of the real questions. Can somebody just tell me why the hell this dude ain't never got a venue? I don't get it.
Them people won't paying him no mind because real conscious and woke folk don't be looking for the attention seekers like that. You know, they pay their mind, they keep to themselves, and they know everything is smoke and mirrors. So
thank you. Next. The only other recent videos directly from him, I saw one IG live. He has slowed way down on his IG live presence. Like, and that's the main place where he posts his little individual videos. He done slowed way down on that. He had one other one, and he's laying in the bed just talking to some Italian and Mexican lady about dealing with Italians who may be racist. Have no idea what either of these 2 videos I just named. Still, I'm gonna always bring it back to this because this is my only gripe with Umar. What the hell does this have to do with the school or teaching all black boys? Waiting on that answer, Umar. Now, speaking of Fox Soul, the next thing I see from this dude is him on this lady's show. I can't remember her name, but it's him on a panel talking about child support. Now, let me first off say, as I always say, I don't feel like Umar is just some dude that's stupid. When he speaks on things, especially about education or things that of this nature or like systematic things, he's not crazy on that. Like he makes sense. So he was speaking very well and making some good points about child support. But the whole time I'm watching this hour-long show, I keep trying to figure out, how the hell do you have all this wonderful shit to say about child support? Yeah, you are behind on yours and have not ever been seen with your children since you've come out in 2010, 11. Not one, hey, this is my daughter and she coming to support me. Not, hey, this is me on Sunday getting my visits in. Not like even your actual online court records show that you are not even paying to help facilitate for this young lady. Either of them, any of your kids. I'm sorry. It is so hard for me to watch you preach about some shit that I know for a fact you are not doing. Now, if you were somebody talking about this and you used to be a deadbeat and now you have reformed, cool. Everybody makes mistakes. People got to grow. People got to change. But I hear you talking about child support all the time, Umar. Where the hell are your kids? Do you know where your kids are?
Hey, Tiff. He like that girl we were talking about on our first, you didn't ask us, but live show. when she was talking about I got 6 kids, but they don't stay with me. He's the male version.
Where the
of
hell
that.
are your kids, Umar? Where your kids, Umar? Now, the next thing I saw this week is from King Kong Crazy. He had a guy on who has literally said that he will give $1,000 straight up cash money to FDMG. And all Umar has to do is display his degrees. He don't have to go nowhere. He don't have to do nothing. He don't have to sign nothing. He don't have to do nothing. He just got to show his degrees. Now, for somebody who's on Instagram every day, or he's online every day posting a little post where it's a random picture that has nothing to do with nothing, and then every time the whole caption is P.O. Box, FDMG Academy, make all checks and money orders payable to Cash App, PayPal. You mean to tell me you turning down $1,000 to show the degrees that you claiming that you supposedly have? No response or reaction has come from Umar yet.
He's a college dropout skit.
Yes. Now for the big bombshell for me, because up until this point, I thought it was somebody trolling Umar. I really did. I didn't think this was real. But this lawsuit that I talked about a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, I'll get back to y'all, give y'all a little information. Well, the court documents have been sent to me, and I have read them, and this is a real deal, 100% legal court filing against Umar. Shout out to AntiAfroSvengalis for being so gracious enough to send me these documents. So I read through the Second Amendment to the lawsuit that is filed against Umar. And I'm gonna just give y'all some of the highlights. So it's filed by a man named August Archibald. Now, the funny part about this is the Second Amendment, a Second Amendment to this lawsuit, because the First Amendment was just about Umar and his alleged scamming, right? Mm-hmm. Well, now they had to add more to it because after they filed the initial lawsuit, because no one knows who August Archibald is, they're blaming all of Umar's supporters, and Umar blaming and saying that it's all of these different YouTubers that have been making content on him. So they done claimed it was Lennon Honor. They done said it was AntiAfroSvengalis. They done said it was this person and that person and this. Apparently, it's none of them, because all of these people are saying, I ain't got nothing to do with this. But it's crazy that it's happening. So the Second Amendment in the suit, Archibald alleges that Umar has been frauding the people. He said that he donated to Umar himself and was never given any information or updates as to where his money was being spent or where it was, which is the same thing the fraudsters said last week on their podcast. They sent the money in. I'm a lawyer donor. I'm supposed to get this information, and nothing comes. You basically just get ghosted. Next, it then says that Umar has collected between $1 to $3 million in donations. And they have pictures showing this house in DC, this luxury apartment in DC that's worth $1.9 million. And they are alleging that is what Umar has used this money for, to fund his lavish lifestyle in DC. And to fund something called Ifatunde University, which is some type of, I don't know. It's supposed to be some type of online school or something that Umar does. It's not accredited. It's not accredited. And I have not seen or heard from any testimonials or anybody who's actually a part of this university or has went there and studied this curriculum and come out on the other side. I haven't heard shit about that.
I thought that was some made up name. He was feeling himself one day and just did a Hotep name, call himself Uncle Ifa Tunde.
Well, he claims to be a part of the Ifa religion from West Africa, so I'm assuming that it's a playoff of that in some way, or it's a derivative of that. But I want to know where this school is.
I want to look that up.
Because so you got a school already? Well, why can't we get the black boys into that school? Or is this not a real university? Like, I don't know what this is. And this is kind of my first time really hearing a lot about this. Like, I've heard mention of it, but I thought it was just something that he was saying he might do. I didn't realize it was actually a thing. And he done got people to sign up for Ifatunde University. God bless America. Now, the lawsuit also gives dates, screenshots, and other receipts that allege that Umar has been threatening his detractors, encouraging his followers to dox and seek out the personal info of these detractors, and then using that personal info to make false claims against them. They also gave transcribed quotes from Umar's videos in which he states he wants to fuck up different YouTubers who make videos about his scam.
Bring it on, motherfucker. Bring it on.
Yes. You know, these videos about the Goonie Goons and the pull-up squad and the ski man squad and all that, they got the transcribed shit of his own words saying this. So
Voltron and the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
It's some of this stuff he might whip it out, but that threatening and that doxing, I don't see how he's gonna get out of that, because there's literally a plethora of videos where he's saying, get me that person's information. I want y'all to go pull up on them and go to this person. Mm-hmm. He even doxed and gave out the personal information of his one of the mother of his children and told everybody to go to her mama's restaurant and harass them. So that's gonna be a tough one to get out of, Umar.
Calm down, Jim Jones. Calm down.
Now this is where the plot thickens, because now Umar has a little squad. So the lawsuit also goes so far as to name and give receipts for the alleged Umar followers Shakim Ra and Poetic Flacco for their involvement. That's their names.
Sound like a mixtape.
They're two different YouTubers, but they both like heavily support Umar, and they've been involved in like researching and pulling and finding people's personal information and putting it on the internet so people can like harass them and stuff. So the lawsuit named Shakim Ra and Poetic Flacco for their involvement in doxing people who speak out against Umar and for cyberbullying these people. Shakim Ra is also alleged to be a scammer in the vein of Umar, as he has a school entity called Amin Ra University, which again,
he made the name up through a Wu-Tang name.
Bruh,
that's what it's.
This all sounds like every week when I read this shit, I really feel like this can't be like, this is not real. But he got Amin Ra, yes. He got Amin Ra University, which supposedly teaches meta nature and supposed magic spells. Now, this school, when you look it up, Shakim Ra, his My Life's reputation is like a 2-something, because so many people got scammers and scam reports under his name. And if you look up Amin Ra University, it also comes up as a lot of scam work. Shakim Ra has claimed that Lennon Honor is the person behind this lawsuit, despite Lennon claiming otherwise several times. And because of this, Shakim Ra is alleged to have called for his viewers to levy false claims of welfare fraud on Lennon Honor to destroy Lennon's life and reputation. Shakim went so far as to get quoted saying he wants to communicate with Umar and give him the details on how to bring Lennon Honor's YouTube channel down. Oh man, these folk here, they the smartest dumb folk I've ever seen.
I think I got an inspiration for a new supervillain now.
Bruh. Umar and Shakim Ra and Poetic Flacco. Now, this is only the Second Amendment of this lawsuit. So I imagine that the initial filing and First Amendment to this lawsuit are probably even more dense and detailed accusations, because, you know, they don't really go as deep in the amendments as they go, because they already got the original filings. But I'm assuming this is just the tip of the iceberg that I even got the documents of. Now, Nate,
this shit is crazy.
On top of the Second Amendment to the lawsuit, AAS was so willing and so gracious enough to send me also a copy of the judge's filings on this. So I still was like, well, maybe these are fake documents somebody done put out there and they catfishing everybody with them. Nope. Judge Milton Young from Philadelphia, black man, black judge, right on, Milton. He is presiding over the case, and he released his judicial orders, which ordered the plaintiff, August Archibald, to either file a Third Amendment to the complaint, which actually puts all of their stuff together, because in the Second Amendment, they start with most of Umar's stuff, but then they also start alleging Shakim Ra and Poetic Flacco of things. So basically the judge is saying, you can amend this one more time and compile all of your filings into one lawsuit where you're naming each of them as defendants, or within 30 days, the Second Amendment that's currently on file will be the official document used, and that's what he will use to proceed with the court proceedings. So this is definitely going to be a continuing developing story as this lawsuit actually gets in the way. So we got about 30 days before we find out the next peace. But Umar, my brother, God bless you, sir. I hope that you get the help that you need. I hope that you find the integrity somewhere to either come out and either stop bullshitting around and get this school going. Because the walls is closing in, champ, quick, man. Like, when you watch just everything that's happening, like, you got a lot of his supporters starting to kind of flip-flop. Like, one of his biggest supporters was on a channel that be full of people who don't like Umar. And she was on the panel there the other night. So, like, you can see, like, even his supporters is like, man, this shit getting a little too heavy. So, more to come on this lawsuit as details continue to emerge, man. I'm going to open up the floor to y'all before I get into the last piece.
Do you think there's people just getting into the flock so they can see what's going on and then just then exposing stuff or whatever? And then I was also going to say, that name, August Archibald, like, to tell you the truth, if I heard that, I probably think that name was fake too. So that's how I think some of the people went at. But I don't know, man.
Well, if it's fake, that's going to come out too, because once this lawsuit kicks off, real names is going to be placed in some court documents. So whoever it is,
I think it's that unique enough to basically be a real name or whatever. It's just, that's one of those names you just don't ever expect.
Now, this is what I think to answer your question. Mm-hmm. Watching Leonard Honor about maybe a month ago, he was on his live stream and he was basically saying, there's some stuff going on behind the scenes. So I'm going to make sure that I'm going to still cover Umar's content, but I'm going to watch how I say things because I want to make sure that I don't cause any problems. He also was saying that a lot of his information that he knows about Umar, because he was the first one that said Umar was actually homeless and was living with his mother and didn't have his own place. Well, a lot of this information is getting fed to him, he said, from people who are in Umar's inner circle or who were very close to Umar. So my theory is that while Umar and all these people are going against these YouTubers that are just making content on Umar, I think it's really one of his supporters that's filing this lawsuit. And when this shit pop off, it's going to be somebody that we would never guess. It's going to be like somebody that we've seen in one of the videos mopping up in the school. I got a feeling that it's somebody that's really Umar that's going to do this. And then the last thing I saw this week from Umar, Dusty Don. So Don is a former employee of Umar that was like basically like a groundskeeper for the school and was like cutting the grass and pulling vines out and like doing little small maintenance work. He was the one that I told y'all about that had said that Umar owed him $3,000 because he was bringing Umar's clothes into the school a while back. Well, this dude pulled up on Umar's book signing and security wouldn't let him in. But Umar better watch his back, man, because like he's making a lot of enemies with his behaviors and the threatening folk and
I want my check.
Not giving people that money. Like, I'm really getting all bullshit aside. I'm getting worried for Umar's life because at some point you keep taking people's money and saying that you're gonna give them information and then basically ghosting them and stuff. Like, people, I grew up in the hood, man. I seen people die over $5, man. So you taking money from folk, that's just not a safe way to move out here, man. Especially not these days where people are going nuts with guns. Like, people.
And you're from Philly,
one of the cities that you're supposed to know better. So Philly. I just, Umar, please get your shit together, champ. Come on out, say that you just a YouTuber who like to talk about Afrocentric stuff and talk about, like, just come out and tell the truth about whatever's going on, champ. Because I see you either getting harmed in some way, forced to harm somebody else, or behind bars if you don't come clean soon. Because this shit, like, is escalating so fast. Like, we literally started in November, and since first Umar update to now, like, it's like every week some shit get realer, and his sphere of influence is getting smaller because he's not making as much. I think Instagram or somebody might have some type of a block or something on him where he can't go live. It's something, but I've definitely seen his internet activity drop off tremendously outside of just like pictures that he's posting. So, Umar, get it together, champ. I don't even know what else to say to you on that one, man. Face, you got anything you want to say on it before I go into the segment you asked me for?
Actually, I do. Now, I was watching the Umar video earlier, and while he is articulate, and when he's speaking on black issues, he does hit on several topics, but none of the topics he hits on are new topics. None of the rhetoric he retorts is new. It's just that he's a new black face who has the doctor in front of his name. So it commands a certain amount of respect. So when black people hear an intelligent or what seems to be an intelligent individual speaking to their plight, they're instantly to follow. Oh, this brother this brother's smart. He can talk too. Oh yeah. Once again, everything that glitters ain't gold. You feel me?
Yeah. He says the right thing.
Don't be so willing to follow. Don't be so willing to follow. I was reading his comments, and a lot of people, I believe in Dr. Umar. I believe I follow Dr. Umar. What are you following? What are you believing in? You believe in yeah. I mean, I don't see it. I don't understand it. He speaks on issues that are already known to be issues. He speaks on facts that are already been brought up. So you're not bringing us no new information. You're personally not doing anything as far as doing anything to these issues, but speaking on them. But you speak on action. But where's your action? Don't speak upon what people need to do if you're not about action. Me personally, I speak on action too. I'm all about the action too. So the things I speak on, I don't just speak on them. I have to practice them first for me to be able to speak on them.
Facts.
To anybody else. I'm not going to come on here on a platform and be spitting some out to the people, God knows who may hear it, and I'm not practicing what I preach.
That's real.
Refuse to be a hypocrite. So if I'm going to get up on a platform and I'm going to speak to the black people, we need to do this, we need to do this. Let me be on the forefront of attempting to do it. If I have the resources to provide that and I can actually spark a movement or spark a change, let me do that change. You have this school building, supposedly, allegedly, you have this school building. Well, where's the change you're supposed to be sparking with this? I understand you want to do it a certain way. You don't want government assistance. You just want people assistance. But if you're trying to be for the people, realize you do realize the people that you're getting assistance from are broke too, right?
Man, he could have took that same $750,000, bought a small piece of land, put a trailer on it. And he could have been servicing 20 young black men every year and teaching them already.
But then he had to show proof.
Work his way up.
For $750,000, that man could have bought 100 and some acres of land. You feel me?
But then he had to show and prove.
That's the thing.
It's ways to go upon what you want to do if you want to do it and get it done. Yep. If you just want to do it and have a process the way you want to do it, regardless of whatever happens, you're going to take the risk of having whatever consequences come with that. But you got to be willing to answer those questions as far as, why is this not happening like this? Well, this is you're supposed to be doing this, because people are going to look up.
Yeah.
People are going to look up your facts now. People are into your business now because you're playing with people's money. You're asking for donations when you're out at dinner. You're not just asking for donations for the school. That's one thing.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying, man.
Dollar sign cash app FDMG is supposed to be for the school, not your personal cash app.
When you buy us a coffee, you know it's for coffee.
I don't doubt you.
Man, this is my thing.
I have no personal feelings towards it. I just want everyone to know that we may give you an Umar update every week and point out his flaws. But we also tell you, yes, he is an intelligent individual. He poses to be an intelligent individual.
Like, be clear.
He has a good rhetoric. We don't hate on this man at all. But we will continue to point out your flaws as long as you're scamming in our community. That is it.
That's the thing. For me, I don't care what he says. I don't care how crazy he is. You can go on rants. That's your prerogative. My only issue is that you told me back in 2013, 2014, somewhere way back there, that you were starting a school for black boys. You got my dumb ass to sit there and send you $50. And we talking about now it's 2021. and me and millions or hundreds of thousands or whatever of other people that sent you all this money, and you still ain't told us where the money is, what it's being used for. All you've done is continue to beg for more. And when people have given you ways that you can get what you claim that you're doing this for, you say no. You turn away Black help. You have contractors that get on YouTube and say, I literally texted this man, I contacted this man, I called him and emailed him, let him know I would come up there and do this shit for free, I'm licensed, and never heard back from Umar. So it's like, just tell the truth about the school, man. I feel like nobody would care about Umar. Nobody would be making videos on his crazy behaviors if he's not out here telling people, I'm going to make a school for Black boys and this is what I'm going to do. But as long as you keep saying this shit, that's what got a lot of people into you. Like, they looking for a way to get their children out of what is a corrupt system. Like, the education system need a lot of help, man. So if you got this great idea, go ahead and do it. Or stop lying. Say you a content creator. Say you are really out here and you just want to give speeches and stuff, and you want to speak your speech on whatever your platform is, and just say that. Then the people who really love to just listen to you, and that's what they need, they will keep doing that. And the other people like me and a lot of other people that actually cover Umar, we won't have anything to say because y'all, I don't care what you ran about. Like, that's your business. But if you're talking about opening up a school for Black boys, now you have a personal investment from me. If you're telling me, hey, you donate to this, this is what I'm supposed to see, well, damn it, send my $50 back there, because I don't see no fucking school for Black boys. I see two, 3 buildings that are completely empty and abandoned, that you still have not done the basic renovations on the inside for to even get it close to being able to open up a door to that school. And I see you continuously asking for more money for it. I'm tired of you scamming our people. Like, just say what it is. Say you a YouTuber like everybody else and get your little cash apps in just like every other YouTuber do, and do that. I can rock with that. Go back to public speaking and just do that. I can rock with that. But my issue has always been, like Faye said, like, we don't care about that stuff. It's not a hating thing. It's you're legitimately doing something that looks crooked, sounds crooked, smells crooked, and you do not buckle down and have integrity and give tangible answers that can either exonerate you or just come out and tell the damn truth, champ. It's 2021, man. Crazy shit going on and people just sitting on YouTube all day talking. Like, we come out with YouTube content every week. So I ain't hating on you for that. But we ain't trying to build no school. We ain't told nobody we gonna do nothing that we ain't gonna do. We told people, you buy us a coffee, we gonna get Face a mic. He got a new mic and a new camera. Umar, we done gave you money because you told us you're gonna get a school. Where your school, champ? I'ma say it, man. Either he is the biggest con man ever, or he is, again, the worst case of when potential does not meet execution, and he just is not the right person to do this. Maybe he need to turn it over to somebody else who has more business acumen or more understanding of how to make this happen and let them do it. And he just be the face of it. But as it currently stands, man, Umar can. You need to do something soon, Umar. They closing in on you, champ.